give me a mortgage and stuff, sure.
Yeah.
So what's the most important trait to you?
His dick. So, another TikTok gem. So, and what I like about TikTok and what I think, probably what I enjoy the most about these videos is that I'm seeing women across the board of different races, nationalities, even other countries. They, on some level, sound the same. Of course, it comes out in different ways depending on, where you're from. But this is this is an Asian podcast. And so we're hearing how they actually think. And obviously we know what they're saying is it's very superficial. It is very surface level. And it is, but obviously they're in LA. So LA is like that. I lived in LA for a very short period to work on a project that back in my film days. And I wasn't an actress. I actually was a production assistant. But in any case, I am seeing over and over this mindset of where a man's money and what he can do in the bedroom is the number one thing. Like she is saying the thing that matters to her most is his peen. And I guess second to that would be the fact that how much he makes. And she even equates 3 million to 3 billion.
For the most part, money isn't the end all be all, but having money does help attract women. Just like you don't need a car or a vehicle to get around town, but having one helps. It's like having money and things, it helps in attracting women. I guess.
All right, tell me how. How does it help? How does it help? Because I agree with you, but I want to know. I want to know how does it help. I want to know what you think. I want to know how you think it helps. Because most guys don't know how it helps.
And maybe I don't. I mean, I think, in my opinion, I think it helps. It helps you stand out more. Having it, you can do things the average person can't.
Nope.
You can modify. I mean, you have more access to things than the person who doesn't have money. So having more access just allows you more access.
No, let me explain what money is. Money is like salt. You know when you eat food and you say, "Damn, this shit is bland. I need what? Some salt."
Oh, yeah.
You understand? So what happens is that the same way salt makes the food tolerable to eat, money makes you tolerable to be with. You know? Money helps. That's it.
And this is the ludicrousy of what they're saying, the lunacy actually of what they're saying. That she actually thinks 3 million and 3 billion is the same. It's just clearly just the way they're talking and the attitudes that they have where they think it's funny to be a gold digger. They're kind of very superficial. They are the same women that will be wondering in a couple of...
First of all, are you giving women a gold to dig, right? Like even for me personally, like my dates, I don't spend more than $15, $20 on dates. So where are we getting to this whole concept of gold digging? Like all these people be like, oh, she's so beautiful, I'm gonna roll out the red carpet for her, take her to a fancy restaurant, take her to the Lone Star, Ruth's Chris, all this shit, bro. Keep it simple, keep it light. Whether you have money or not, I don't even want her to know I have money. Okay? If you've been on the internet long enough, you'll realize people say a lot of shit. Things that they would say, comment online, they would never say in person. Things that they would say online, they would never say in person. So unless you are actually out here dealing with girls on a regular basis, weekly basis, going on dates weekly, all this concept of thinking, oh, women only want money, women only want this, is like, if you have no reference point in your own real life, all this sounds like, oh, I need to get my money up, right? Or I need to make 6 figures. But if you're not getting women now, does not necessarily mean you'll be getting women when you're making 6 figures. Actually, you'll be an even bigger target, right? It's why we see all these rappers and NBA players who are basically millionaire simps. So in terms of dates, getting ice cream, going to our art gallery, bowling, lounges, $20 max is my cutoff period.
Nah, and you know what's funny is it's not about, because what he said that Kevin Samuel proved that the dating market is hard or something like that. Is that what he said? No,
Yeah.
this is if you actually look closely, and I talked about this before, I think this is when you got to be able to critically think, look, and see what's popping off, right? It's what it is that what Kevin Samuels does is that he actually highlights, he highlights beta males, if you understand what I'm saying. Like he highlights the non-select. He highlights, meaning the guys who watch his show, You understand what I'm saying? They're looking at women who are looking for those types of guys, which are quote unquote the providers. You understand what I'm saying? I want the guy with the 6 figures and all this other stuff. What those women are looking for is someone to settle with. What women generally want overall is they want a guy who they're sexually attracted to, who's dominant, who's an alpha male, and who provides and protects and has all that other the resources and stuff. They want the entire package. You understand what I'm saying? But what women will do is they will settle for the guy with resources. So a lot of the guys who watch Kevin Samuels, they're resource guys, meaning their most attractive quality is their resources. And so what happens is that they think that they are the top guy because this is what women are saying they want. The women on Kevin Samuels show, what they're essentially saying is that what I really want is the guy that hits on all cylinders, but you guys don't. But what you do have is resources, so I'll settle for y'all. But those guys don't realize that they're the settled guys. They're the guys that women are settling for. You see what I'm saying? And so the reason why those guys are attracted to Kevin Samuels' show is because usually the guys that are attracted to Kevin Samuels' show are guys who aren't generally attractive to women, which is why they like to see Kevin Samuels roast the women. It's like, yeah, get that whore, get that chick. You see what I'm saying? Like this is what happens. So that's what I'm saying. You got to look at it critically, because, and this is why they're saying that Kevin Samuels proves that dating is hard. No, it's the guys that watch it, it's hard for them. Which is why they're tuning in to see women that remind them of the women who didn't want them get roasted. You see what I'm saying? That's generally what happens. This is why, for example, you've had someone like a Derek Jackson who would preach to women, but you would never hear Derek Jackson say anything to ever criticize or critique the woman. It's always, oh, this and that, because it makes the women feel good, which draws in the crowd, which makes them the money. Right. Same thing with guys in this space where some of them like to hear the doom and gloom. They get off on that, and that's going to draw the crowd, and then that's where the money's going to be. So that,
like, I've had some people hit me on, how come you ain't saying something about these bad words? I say, no, I'll call out someone that needs to be called out. But my thing is, when you see the woman is crazy, she's argumentative, she's unattractive, leave her alone. Don't focus on her. I would focus on attractive women. Seriously, don't focus on it. They are physically unattractive. Don't focus on them. I focus when I'm out. Like a busted woman. The only way I even see her is if she come right to me, stand right in front of me. My eyes are only focusing on women who are fine, who look like they work out, who look like they got some sense. You know, when I see ratchet women wherever I'm going, like I said, I'm right outside Baltimore. When I see ratchet women, I don't think anything. You know, unless they just right in my face, you know, unless they just right in my face, I don't worry about it.
Actually, let me show y'all. This is how I set up dates. Okay, let's go from beginning all the way to end in terms of how I set up my dates, real quick, because no way did money come into the discussion during any of these interactions that I had DMing girls and trying to holler at them. All right, let's start with one girl that I cold approached in person, right? I saw her sitting in the food court. I was walking by. I went and talked to her. I'm like, excuse me, my name's Owolabby. What's your name? Nice to meet you, all right? I was walking by to come and talk to you. I thought you looked mad cute today. I rate your fit. You look mad cute. She's like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm like, all right, listen, I think you're attractive. I'm attractive. Figured you and I will link up, go on like a date sometime. Straight up. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm down. All right, so I hit her up. I'm like, hey, so-and-so, what's up? It's Owolabby from earlier today. How's your day been? She's like, hey, my day's been good. How about you? I'm like, all right, that's good to hear. Straight up, right? I'm like, yo, just got back from martial arts. I'm out here in martial arts. You feeling spontaneous and down to hang out tomorrow? If you're not free tomorrow, what days are you free that it work best to hang out for a little date? She's like, oh, I have an exam tomorrow, but I'm free Thursday. All right, I'm like, all right, cool. Okay, bless. Thursday at 3 p.m. I meet by Vito Center, work for you. Essentially, we go for a walk by Major Park and Vito Canal, or just go to the Arcade Alley if it's too cold. I live in Canada, so it's cold out here, you know what I'm saying? And perhaps towards the end, if we vibe and you're not too crazy, we'll head back to my place, my crib for drinks. LOL. She's like, all right, sounds chill. I gotta get home by 9 though, so my parents don't disown me. Don't kill me. Yeah, you'll get back home safe and sound. Cool. Meet me by Chapters at Vito Center. I sent her the Google Maps link. And then I said, this is one of the things I usually ask girls when I'm making plans with them. I'm like, but you're not one of those flaky people, right? I'm like people that plan something, but then flop and cancel. I've literally had girls say, oh, I didn't want to come out today, but then when I saw a text thread earlier, it made me feel extra bad for trying to flop and not keep to my word, all right? So if you want to copy this thread and do your own thing, so be it. She's like, all right, I'll try not to get lost. And then she's like, nah, I'm not. Yeah, and then I'm like, all right, I'll trust that you're a woman of your word. LOL, I'll see you Thursday at 3 p.m. by Chapel's Video Center. Coming through looking your regular fine self. She's like, can't wait. Smiley face. Where did money come in that discussion? Where did money or dick or anything like that come in that discussion? Next thing, I'm like, usually I'll confirm the day before or the day of, and this is what I'll say. Hey, look forward to seeing you. Just confirming we still got the link up today. Let me know by 1 p.m., right? Let me know by 1 p.m. That deadline ensures that I don't waste my time. I don't leave it up in the air. Like, but she's texting me like 30 minutes before the date and saying, oh, I'm still good, right? Giving them the deadline ensures that you can make other plans later that evening if this girl did end up flopping still. Like, I'm in the bus, like 15 minutes away. Sounds good. And she's like, I think I'm here. And I saw her, right? And then this is a girl that ended up taking back to my crib. We end up smashing. First date, right? And usually I just make sure I get a I'm home safe text just to, make sure that there's no funny business going on. Even when we're getting intimate, right? I usually be like, say cherry for me to stop, say banana for me to slow down. I cover all my bases to ensure there's no, there's no gray area. And then I'm like, LOL, you home alive? She's like, I'm home alive. Simple. Then by the end of the date, I wasn't sure that I get a I'm home safe text or I'm back home text, right? Just to ensure that everything was good. Like, a lot of these men are talking about, false grape allegations or something like that. It's like, more than likely you were trying to force it with a girl that wasn't really feeling you in the first place, and you weren't really direct, right? Like, even on the second time we hang out, if I invite them over to the crib, I'm like, yo, come over when you're free. Come over, we'll watch some Netflix, eat some food, and smash. There's no real blurry lines or gray area between that, right? And when you're getting texts like this at the end of your dates, there's no issue, okay? When you're getting these types of texts at the end of your dates, there's no issue. You know what I'm saying? Where did money or $1 million come into that discussion? Listen, bro. When I see this shit, I'm like, I can't relate to this content. When you're actually dating, you can't relate to this content. All this, nah, bro. Like, even how I want to make it on Instagram. My Instagram is not like overly professional, or I think it's pretty decent, like regular, right? It's not too much. I don't put too much effort. I post like once or twice a year, to be honest, at this point. But this is how I'd approach or holler at a girl through Instagram DMs. So usually when I'm DMing girls on Instagram, I'll be like, you got a nice smile, Colgate definitely got sponsor you, your fashion style is A1, when you drop in the lookbook, or your brow game is A1, when you drop in the tutorial. So for example, I commented on a smile. She says, yo, get Colgate on the phone, thanks. I'm like, LOL, my pleasure. But yeah, I think you're attractive. Figured you and I will link up and go on a little date. Straight up. She's like, oh, tell me more about yourself, and we shall take it from there. And I don't really like talking too much. This is something I've started saying over the years of girls saying this stuff. I'm like, fair, but that's the point of a date, no? To no longer be strangers, LOL. They say about 90% of communication is non-verbal. You can't really get to know someone through text or over the phone. You gotta meet them in person to know them and get an idea of their true mannerisms. She's like, okay, that makes sense. I'm like, alright, cool. Well, text me now so I have your number, and we'll make plans to link up later on. My number is so-and-so. And lo and behold, hi, it's so-and-so. Straight up, right? And I basically texted the same thing that I texted the other girl. Another example. Obviously, it does not work with every girl. And even with Instagram, right? I ensure I like about 3 pictures first, right? Like a bit of foreplay. I like about 3 pictures. If I get any likes back or a follow, then I slide. But just sliding without any type of like foreplay beforehand definitely plummets your shooting percentage. So in order to increase your shooting percentage, have a decent profile, like about 3 pictures. Your profile should be public, right? If he likes any pictures back or follows you, more than likely that's a very good chance that DM attempt is going to be very successful. Oh, and this one is an interesting one. This basically, I think this one right here summarizes that video in its entirety. I said, you got a nice smile. Colgate definitely got sponsor you. LOL. And she's like, oh, you think so? LOL, most definitely. Might have to tag them in an IG post or something. But yeah, I think you're attractive. Figured you and I will link up and go on a little date sometime. She's like, I don't see why not, but you're better off communicating with me on Snapchat. Now, I don't like following a girl's lead, especially when I'm dating. So I'm like, listen, alright, cool, but text me now so I have your number. Even if I did have Snapchat, I wouldn't have added her on Snapchat. And we'll make plans to link up later on. My number is so-and-so. She's like, okay, will do. I'm like, bless. Alright, yeah, so this girl says, hey, it's me. And it's spelled so-and-so, right? I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Thought you switched up and tried to link. Because it took her like, what, I think 3 days to hit me up after that. Almost a week actually. After that text exchange. So I already knew that was on some bullshit already. So that was already a red flag for me. It took you a week after that text exchange. I already knew. But I'm like, but yeah, you feeling spontaneous and down to hang out today or tomorrow? Or what days are you free that it'll work best to hang out? Like, tomorrow evening works for me. See, I'm pretty straightforward. Like, everything is boom, 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 boom. What would we do? I'm like, okay, bless. Essentially, basically say the same thing. Essentially, we go for a walk by Major's Park, we hit a canal, or just go to the art gallery if it's too cold. And perhaps towards the end, get some hot chocolate around Bard Market, and if you're lucky, you'll get a kiss. She's like, I kind of want to dress up. Restaurant?
Like, you should already know me. Like, you know I ain't going for that.
Y'all already know what's going on. I'm like, nah, I'm finna take you to these spots. Perhaps, if you're not crazy, I'll cook something and we'll head back to my crib. But still dress up though. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. at Meet Video Center work for you? She's like, I don't know if I like that. That seems very demanding. Huh? What do you mean? Well, I don't know you well, so I would prefer a restaurant and not go to your place on a first date. Alrighty then. I would prefer a restaurant. So like, where are you getting finessed? Where's the finesse? I didn't even reply to this person's message, right? I already took a week to reply to text my number after our initial conversation on Instagram, and she's talking about going to a restaurant. Did you come to go to a restaurant, or did you come for me? I already told you I want to go take you to art gallery, go get some hot chocolate, and we vibe, right? And she's talking about restaurant. Clearly, she's more interested in the restaurant than me. Dead it. Like, how does this affect you in personal life? And I'll show y'all one more situation from an IG, from Instagram, right? I'm like, your fashion style is A1. When are you dropping the lookbook? Laughing emoji, still working on it. I'm like, say less. But yeah, you're mad cute. Hopefully your personality is good as you look, LOL. Figured you and I will link up and hang out for a little date. She's like, thanks. Yeah, sounds fun. Like, come on, bro. Like, where's the, that's why I can't relate to this content. Like, we're not on the same, nah, bro. Like, we're not.
I'm calling you out. I'm so sick of these people. Oh!
And then if it's on Tinder or is there an actual dating app, I swear, my daily life is just content. I was minding my business, scrolling through my Instagram, the geotag feature on my Instagram page. I swear, I use Instagram like Tinder, no cap. Deadass is my preferred dating app. Simply type downtown Ottawa, downtown Montreal, downtown Vancouver, downtown New York, or whatever in the search bar of the Instagram app. And that's how I find bare girls to holler at and date. In addition to cold approaching girls in person in my day-to-day life, at the grocery store, the mall, street, etc. To be honest, Instagram is my favorite dating app. But if you're on Tinder or Hinge or any of the other ones, because usually it's my message basically, hey so-and-so, what's up? You mad cute. Hopefully your personality is because you look, LOL. What days are you free that work best to hang out? She's like, haha, I mean, I'll let you decide that for yourself. But I say it's pretty equal. Winky face. And I say less. Well, text me now, so I have your number, and let's make plans to hang out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all pretty straightforward. There's no, where are you wasting your time, really? You know?
Every day me I be calling, babe. Wanna tell you that I'm sorry, babe. Make it come and make it go today. I still love you, babe. One lie, baby, our love is a sweet game. If I lose you, I go die.